So for me, the actual facilitating part and presenting and deliberately putting things out there has been possibly the most powerful part of all. So having a really safe place to share what you want to share and to dare to share what you want to share in a group setting, and then getting the feedback both from you guys and from the other participants has been so helpful. So I've probably gone from like 2 or 3 out of 10 to a 9 or 10 out of 10 in how comfortable I feel doing that. And I'd done a few little kind of plays around on video beforehand, but I had no idea how it was coming across. So you just kind of hope, and it's just really nice having that feedback and letting yourself be in the moment and allow whatever needs to be said to flow has just been a really powerful and super helpful part of the training. I've loved that. The fact that it's an online training actually, for me, is even better, because I like the fact that it's concise and there's clear boundaries and you know when you're going to start and when you're going to finish. And I don't think it took anything away at all from how well people communicate with each other. I think that it's really nice being able to see everybody at one time. So rather than having lots of individual conversations that you kind of try and spread out, you feel very much together as one unit. Small different places, but congregating in a place that feels very safe and non-judgmental and friendly, lovely community of everybody working together. I love that. So before I started this training, one of the things that I was quite comfortable doing was talking about the principles. I'd kind of got a fair amount of understanding and knowledge about that already. And what's been really helpful about working with Rudi and Jules has been falling to the space of quiet before the words were forming. And when I speak from there, it has a completely different quality to it. And one of the talks that I did, one of the presentations, I actually forgot it was my turn to present. And I did a presentation completely from that moment. And I have never in my life experienced such an expansiveness. It lasted for 2 days where it just was, there were no walls, there was just, and talking from there was such a beautiful experience. And I got really nice feedback as well, which was good because you don't even remember what you're talking about when you talk from there. So it was really, that's really a life-altering moment for me. So I loved that, and I loved having the opportunity to play in that arena. So would I recommend this training to other people? The short answer is yes. Definitely, because you will never feel more supported, more held, more loved and cared for, which in itself is just delicious. And then within that, to have 2 very different people who connect so well, sharing the same information, the same understanding in ways that just dovetail together. It's really helpful having 2 perspectives, and then that resonating outwards to everybody else in the group, offering theirs too, and then through the individual presentations hearing so many different ways of exploring. It's like a kaleidoscope. So there ends up being something that resonates for everybody, I think. And it also helps to broaden out our own understanding and to feel so safe and never judged throughout the whole process by people who are so embedded and also so honest. That's the other nice thing. It's like, it's not a case of once you get this, life is going to be so amazing and you're never going to feel anything. Both you guys have been really honest about the fluctuations you experience, and that is really settling as well for us, because it's like, oh, you don't have to be perfect. It's not about getting everything sorted and all your ducks in a row. It's about living in the moment and being okay with what is, and lots of your own personal experiences, which for me has been really powerful, and it touches our hearts so deeply to actually have people's difficult experiences shared too. So you've been really open and generous with your whole life experiences, which has been so magnificent for me, and I think for everybody else as well. So when you got the Rudi and Jules combo, first of all, you can feel their love for each other, which is really nice, because it's a very safe place. They're very natural, very comfortable with each other, which sets you at ease. It's like they're just like one connected being almost. And then you've got Rudi and his making notes and diagrams and the kind of the more scientific, factual based aspect. And then you've got Jules with sitting deeply in her calm space and resonance and even the choice of words is different. So for Rudi, it's a lot about love, and for Jules, it's a lot about compassion. And yet when you see those two integrate, it creates a bigger picture than either does on its own. So it's a really complete experience when you have both of them together. The main thing that I've got from the training, more than everything else, there's loads and loads and loads, and just go on and on, but the main thing is the ability to have the practical experiences of the facilitation, and also witnessing some amazing facilitations from other people that have just been very different from the way that I would do it, and also noticing the ones that I really love and the ones that don't resonate too. So it kind of gives you a broader understanding of two parts. One, how to be most authentically yourself. Two, understanding that there are lots of ways of doing it. And thirdly, noticing the bits that you wouldn't choose to do. So that's kind of nice as well, just not judgmentally, but just kind of getting that also clicks together to give you a bigger picture of yourself and how you want to show up in the world. The whole thing, really nice. Okay, so one of the things that I really love about the way this course is structured is the time span. It's really nice having it take over a few months. I really like having the weekends, and then interspersed with that having the either the practicums or extra kind of pop-up sessions in between, because it gives a chance for what you're experiencing to settle, and then to actually explore how you can use it and how you can communicate it with other people. And the combination of those two together gives a really complete experience. So it gets more and more embedded. I really think the structure is beautiful. And for me, personally, the time, it just happened being in the UK, that the time worked really well. It was lovely having the evenings because it fitted in with having a family as well. So it didn't actually cause too much of a disruption to anything else, even though it was a weekend. So that's something that would not be possible in a face-to-face course. It was lovely having the virtual element from that perspective. I could still have my family. I wouldn't have been able to do it if it had been, forget the coronavirus, I wouldn't have been able to join a course, even if it was local, if it hadn't been in this format. So it gave me flexibility.